the the way people use Kebbi State as this as a drug, as a drug route. Invariably, in the last 2 days, we burn over 25 tons of different type of drugs. So it is surprising again, just a day after we receive our intelligence of a warehouse under the local government.
The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (Ndlea) Kebbi Command has successfully conducted an operation, seizing a significant quantity of drugs in Dole, Kaina, Dole local government area of Kebbi State. This operation occurred just a few days after the destruction of over 25,000 tons of drugs in Birnin Kebbi. According to a press briefing on Monday, 17 November 2025, by Commander Rabiu Sokoto, Ndlea Kebbi State Commander, approximately 2,000 tons of drugs were seized, although logistical challenges hindered the transportation of the seized items. The operation was also marred by the actions of some youths in Dole Kaina who took advantage of the situation. Commander Sokoto confirmed that 131 cartons of drugs were seized and operations are ongoing to arrest those involved and acquire better vehicles for future operations. He appealed to the government to address the issue, highlighting Kebbi State's vulnerability as a transit point for drugs due to its two international borders. The commander urged community members to collaborate with security agencies to combat substance abuse and advise parents to warn their children against engaging in such activities.
Despite our financial and logistic constraints, we have been able to make this tremendous achievement. Ndlea, for the information of members of public, apart from making arrests and seizures, we also offer guidance and counseling, rehabilitation and treatment. No doubt, Kebbi State is faced with a lot of security challenges. The Kebbi State government is doing its best in carrying this monster. We should, however, bear in mind that most of the violent crimes we are experiencing today are offshoot of drug abuse. I therefore seek for the cooperation of all and sundry in the fight against drug menace. If we can put our hand together and take drugs out of our streets, I bet you 90% of the security problem is solved. Our challenges. Immediately after the burning exercise, on Saturday, 15 November, my operatives went into action, quest for intelligence. Therefore, on the state of an actionable intelligence on Sunday, 16 November 2025, of intense drug activities taking place at Dole Kaina, the local government of Kebbi State. A team of operatives using our limited resources to counter the ugly incident. However, the officers successfully burst a warehouse containing thousands of cartons of psychotropic substances, which is too large for our only one vehicle to contain. In my zeal to ensure a drug-free Kebbi State, I started making arrangements to hire a Mitsubishi Canter to evacuate the drugs and to achieve a total seizure. The youth of the Dole Kaina village took advantage of the lack of logistics and delay in getting higher vehicle and attacked my operatives. The mob was so serious that the officers have to retreat for more preparation. As a result of the ugly situation, we could only seize a total of 131 cartons out of the thousands of cartons of psychotropics contained in the warehouse. I would like to use this medium to draw the attention of the government and people of Kebbi State to the fact that the Kebbi State has a lot of porous border with the Niger Republic and the Benin Republic, through which these drugs were smuggled. As long as these illicit drugs are getting that way into this once peaceful Kebbi State, the activities of the Lakura bandit will continue to escalate. Also, attack on law enforcement personnel will ultimately make a state ungovernable because the criminal will eventually take over. We are hopeful that the Kebbi State government come to the aid of the ugly situation. We are aware of His Excellency policy in the areas of in the areas of readiness to provide logistic and fund to security agency. Since there are a lot to work for the people of Kebbi State, I urge all hands to be on deck in the fight against drug menace. And for your information, the total weight of what we picked yesterday is over 2 tons of codeine syrup. So from here now, we'll move to the place and the press will now see what we brought.
This fight against substance abuse requires collective efforts, and the Ndlea remains committed to its mission. As security agencies continue to take action, it is imperative that all stakeholders work together to create a society free from the menace of drug abuse. From Benin, Kebbi, Zawa Dosun Grace reporting for Skylight Media 101.